World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, happy Thursday ho. Magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat. Welcome ho sa ating program. Ako po si Sonny Laragan dito po sa Immigration Corner on a happy Thursday. Welcome sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ho ng United Kingdom. Good evening. Siyempre, hindi lang ho sa United Kingdom nakakapanood yung ating mga kababayan dahil ito'y available worldwide. So yung ating mga kababayan sa Europa, no, sa apat na sulok ng Europa, magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat. Happy Thursday. At syempre, hindi lang ho yung nasa Europa, kundi yung ating mga kababayan na nasa Amerika, nasa Pilipinas, saan mang bahagi ho ng mundo. Welcome ho kayo rito, kabayan. Welcome. Okay, ako po si Sonny Laragan on a happy Thursday, pero hindi ho ako ang gumagawa ng maging happy Thursday nyo. Yung pinaka-star of the show ho natin, syempre, dahil we're talking of information, no? We're talking of immigration matters, no? At hindi ho ako marunong yan. Kaya ako isa broadcast lang ho. Magmula po nung, meron na pala ako 40 years ng broadcasting, no? Imagine mo yun, no? Napakatagal na po noon. Ako'y batang-bata pa na magsimula sa larangan ng media sa Pilipinas. Okay, well, magandang gabi ho sa inyo lahat. Ito na ho, pakikilala ko ho sa inyo yung ating kasama, no? Dagdag kaalaman, nagbibigay ng kaalaman ho sa inyo sa immigration. So, tawagan na ho ninyo yung mga kaibigan ninyo, no? Mga kamag-anak ninyo, o kaya mga pamilya ho ninyo, mga loved ones ho ninyo. Sabay-sabay ho kayong manood dito ang ating palatuntunan. At nang sa ganun ay, isang whole family tayo. Ito yung family natin, social family or bubble, as we may call it. And it's been going on for a long time dahil ang COVID ho ay nandito pa rin ho sa atin. Anyway, ito na ho yung ating pinakamamahal na abogada, no? Na managing partner ho ng Douglas Simon Solicitors. Walang iba kundi yung ating pinakamamahal, no? Na abogada, walang iba kundi si Attorney LIRA SIMON-CABATBAT. Attorney, happy Thursday.
Sonny, hello, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to all po. And kind of still happy New Year, no? Kind of, di ba?
Yes. Kind of happy New Year pa.
Naman tayo.
Yes.
Yeah, yun na nga. Happy Thursday. I'm so pleased to be back.
Oo nga. Well, I'm so pleased then, no? It's like we miss each other, no? So it's like a how would you call this? A joy to think of, no? When you start the day, mamaya ano na naman kami. Meron naman kaming immigration corner and we're gonna be, ano ba tawag doon? Mag-i-interact na naman kami. Magkikita-kita na naman kami. Ayan, oo. So, kumusta? How was your week? Kumusta ang linggo ng ating pinagpipitaga ng abogada? How was your week? Ano, kumusta?
Oh, I tell you. Okay, aaminin ko to. I wasn't going to, It was my birthday last Sunday. Actually.
Wow.
No, yun na nga. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't going. Look, you get to a certain age. Yeah, you don't really advertise it nga, no? And I was thinking today, okay, pagka kinamusta mo ako, aminin ko ba o hindi? So, so last Sunday, birthday ko.
Happy
so
birthday,
yun. So,
itong Sunday, itong katatapos lang. Sunday
ito lang Sunday, katatapos na lang.
Sunday was the 10th. 9th ba?
9 January. Sunday, di ba? No, Saturday ba? No, Sunday. I think it was a Sunday. No, the 9th, anyway, alam ko 9th.
9th ang birthday mo. Tama nga ba? Sunday ba yun? Paki-click lang sa ilalim natin na direct sa date lang para
Sunday, no?
Tama ka, attorney. Sunday, tama.
Sunday, thank goodness. Okay.
Tama.
Tumatanda na ako, so
happy birthday to you. Ayan. Oy, happy birthday,
Thank
attorney,
you.
ah. Oh, well,
Thank you po. Thank
well,
you.
anyway, it's parang bang start then. Actually, your birthday starts from Sunday. So, currently ongoing. Yung kumbaga, di ba? Parang very fresh. So, happy birthday. It's January ka pala, January 9.
Oo.
Ano yan? Di
Yeah.
ba ang first Sunday of the year sa atin sa Pilipinas? Parang they consider it as the Three Kings yata. Parang gano'n. Tama ba yan? First Sunday ba o second Sunday na yan? Hindi ba? Second Sunday na siguro yan dahil -7, 2 eh. Diba? Tama. Minus. Oo. Pero happy birthday! Saan ka pinanganak?
Sa Pinas, of course.
Sa Pilipinas?
Yes,
Oh,
Pinas
okay.
ako pinanganak.
Saan ka pinanganak? Sa Pilipinas?
Quezon City. Quezon City po ako.
Quezon City. Wow.
So yun. So yeah.
Oh,
So but as I say, you get to a certain stage na, you don't really, you kind of, you mark it, but it doesn't have to be a big celebration. But this time, I went to punta ako sa restaurant in the city, one of those really tall buildings, 34th floor, ha?
Oh.
So,
ito ba, hindi to shard, hindi to, ano yung parang bullet?
Shard, actually.
Shard.
Tama.
You went to the shard.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hindi pa ako napupunta
So,
rin. Sige, kwento mo nga. Sige.
So it was actually, I think meron silang restaurant pangalan Aqua Shard. I didn't go there. It's too posh for me. I went to the thing called, it was called Sky Lounge, So, anyway,
okay.
so,
Sige.
inimbita ako. So, it was a bit kind of, oh, come on, celebrate nga natin.
Okay.
Tell you what, I mean, I was so pleased to have gone anyway. Ang ganda ng view.
Wow.
And I ate far too much. And I mean, I'm not usually a drinker. Ewan ko, I
Okay.
know you gave up booze, no?
Okay.
Ewan ko if you've still given up booze.
Ano lang naman ako, a small tipple lang. Baka tipo mga glass of ano lang, okay. Occasionally. Pero now, parang, yeah, okay. But anyway, go ahead. It's your story that's more exciting to listen to. Yeah. Go ahead.
So
Yeah.
I ate far too much and drank far too much, no?
Hindi,
So
okay lang yun. Once in a while, eh.
I tell you what. Well, nga, once in a while, because it's once in a while, you don't
Okay.
actually feel nga that you've drank too much already, no?
Wow.
So nakaupo ka, no? Kain,
Okay.
no?
Okay,
No,
okay.
inom, no?
Okay,
Tapos,
okay.
and then you think, oh, okay, no, I just go and freshen up nga, no? Tayo ka, no? Tumayo ako. And I tell you what, my legs were like jelly.
All right.
I had to
Okay,
hold on to the
okay.
chair. No, I
Baka
thought,
masarap siguro yun. Was it wine that you drank? Masarap siguro. Parang,
Well,
kasi
okay.
you could easily, di ba? Oh, I
Tama.
have a story
Yeah.
later on when you
Well,
finish up. I have a story to tell
Yeah.
then when I was, I think, I don't know, late teens yata yun, no? Or early 20s. Ganyan din nangyari sa akin. But anyway, so ano kinain nyo?
Yeah,
Anong,
you don't feel
what
it,
was your dinner?
no? Oh, it was a brunch, so it was a set menu nga. So they had nga kind of little things, canapes. Tapos ako I love noodles, so I had I think the tawag is Shanghai noodles nga, no. But
Okay.
it was really the puddings, yung dessert, no.
Oh,
Ay
right.
nako.
Wow. Wow.
It was just too much, no.
Okay.
But also the thing that really got to me, as I say, is yung the drink. So I didn't expect it, and you don't also you forget, no, how effective it is, how it can affect you nga, no, and it just tells you. Nung bata ako, I can I like a lot of at uni nga, no, you drink maybe a bit too much. So nasasanay ka, yeah.
Yes.
But the older I've got, I don't really drink. No, minsan nga lang. And I really felt it. But so it was a lovely time. Ate too much, drank too much, and I felt it the following day. So I'm still.
But you were not actually dragged going home. Okay lang?
Hindi naman.
Hindi
no,
naman,
hindi
akala
naman.
ko.
No,
Akala
I
ko
mean,
parang medyo
no.
nakakapit ka lang ganun sa mga friends mo na parang, So, good. At
Not
least
yet.
you were happy. You were very happy during the time. You were drunk in a way. Pero eventually, you went, nagano ka. Pero now, you had a grand time. So, you enjoyed the food?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Enjoyed the food, enjoyed the drink far too much nga. And so, because I'm, hindi nga ako sanay, no? I'm still, actually, I'm probably, Huwebes na tayo, no? Nangyari, na ginawa, no, that was celebrated nung Sunday nga, no? So 4 days now, I still feel the effects. So kababayan, don't be careful, driving. So at the moment, I'm not driving because I just I still feel the effects, So I'm just such a bad drinker. So ikaw, tell me about that time.
You're not a bad drinker. You were saying at uni, you were para kasi ano yan, meron ka bang kumbaga praktisado ka eh. Meron kang kumbaga there's practice, so to speak eh. Ako din ganyan eh. When I was younger, I could drink for example, I could drink, no? Pero ngayon, konti na lang lately, maski isang konti lang na inom ko na wine, parang ano na ako eh, parang tipsy na ako eh. When we had a get-together with Attorney Dana Quinto, no, at Bedfordshire, so ang una namin uminom kami ng mga wine, gano'n, no? Alam mo, I was struggling to get home. Dahil parang naantok ako talaga, parang nagmamaneho ko, gano'n, Attorney, parang, Diyos ko, talaga, I was slapping myself dahil talagang, parang, gising ka, parang gano'n. Pagka hindi ka masyado nagiinom. Ako, once lang, ngayon, I have to seldom drink now, no? Siguro pagka weekends lang, or probably on Saturday, Sunday, yan lang. Hindi na, or bihira lang. Pero yeah, well, belated happy birthday, or happy birthday pa rin. So, ayan. You were born in Quezon City. Ayun. Nako. Buti ka pa, sa Quezon City ka pinanganak. Alam mo ko bakit?
Bakit?
Hindi kasi ako, pinanganak ako sa Sorsogon. Kumadro na lang yung nag-anak sa akin eh. So, yung birth certificate ko, Attorney, kalahating bond paper. Hindi pa yung long, kalahati, hindi ko alam, long o short yun, bond paper. Ang sa'yo siguro, magandang form na eh, di ba? Sa I don't know, hospital na. Magandang form siguro, no? Di ba? Yung birth certificate mo?
I'm just trying to remember actually. I mean, alam mo naman, yung mga lumang birth certificate, di ba typewriter lang, ano?
Typewriter, pero
tapos,
hindi ka ba form? Hindi ba form na? Yung mga parang may form na, tapos type na? Form sa akin. So sa'yo, was it nicely handwritten ba yung sa'yo? No, it was typewritten, but on a blank bond paper lang na, tas hinati pa. Ay, siguro mamaya, next time, pag naganda, pakita ko.
Next one.
Next time, but anyway, ganun talaga eh. Ganun talaga. So, okay, well, nice, happy birthday, no? I'll try out. Actually, I've already checked that out, no? Yung sinasabi mo, because I, hopefully either next week, no? We're gonna be doing a special lunch, siguro, brunch, lunch, dinner, whatever, for next week pa naman. Not necessarily, but yeah, I'm trying to eye that particular place then, no? So, Attorney,
I would recommend it.
Oh, good. So you celebrated your birthday on the 34th floor ba? 34th floor?
Yeah,
taas mo. Nasa taas ka, no? Uy, so teka muna. Ano ba? Ako ay hindi tayo nag-usap, no? Pero I'm wearing something, di ba? Something, ano ba? How do you describe this color, Attorney?
Yung kulay,
kulay,
blazer,
kulay.
No, di ba? Blazer.
That's
kind of a coffee gray, coffee, I would say.
Pwede rin.
Coffee gray.
Coffee gray, coffee brown.
I like it. I like it.
You like it?
Ang ganda na. Yeah.
I vowed to by starting that 2022. Sabi ko I'm gonna be medyo sasabayan kita because syempre nakaano ka, di ba? Minsan talagang di ba? Ay, teka, anong kulay ba yan? Yan ba yung sinasabi ng blood red wine? Ano ba pangalan ng kulay ng nasa loob mo?
Oh, ito.
Oo, ano yan?
Ang tawag cerise pink ata. No? That's I think when I bought it, I think they call it cerise pink.
How do you spell it?
I think it's CERESE. I think cerise. I'm probably wrong. But
okay.
I think it's cerise.
Ayun, cerise, CERISE. Okay, cerise pink. Okay, all right. Wow. Ito, yung mga nakikita
with the usual black.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Nice. At least, no? We're learning about colors, no? Ako, doon na naman kung anong aking parang yung sweater ko, jumper na hindi ko alam kung anong kulay ito. Parang dirty white yata siguro, o cream. Ganun ba ang kulay na to?
Ecru.
Okay,
I think they call it ecru. Yeah, so off-white.
Well, hindi ka lang pala eksperto sa immigration, pati sa mga colors Mukhang yata pinag-aralan mo rin, Attorney. Mukhang may idea ka. Mukhang
Too much shopping. Too much shopping.
Hindi, ganun ba? Kasi may mga different colors. Oh, okay. Good. All right. Oy, teka muna. We'll come up with our mga pagbati muna. We'll play a little game here, no? Hulaan mo kung sino unang-unang bumate because syempre, just to thank and acknowledge na being the first, no? So, ayan. Okay. Attorney, sino ang hula mo? Sino ang hula mong una nating bumate? Di naman tagapanood, kundi bumati lang. Dahil maraming nanonood.
Absolutely. No. Across the pond, I'm going for the lovely Oliver.
Oliver. Okay. The guy who's into the C2 5K, couch to 5K, no?
Yeah.
All right, sige. Direct, yung ating drum roll. Ayan. Saka nakakita na show. May drum roll pang ganyan. Ayun. Tama. Wow.
What a birthday present.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Birthday mo, tama ang pagkahula. Okay. All right. Sige, attorney. Go tayo.
So Oliver. A great Thursday morning to one and all. Hello, Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny, and Direct Pao. Hope everyone's safe. Yeah. Morning sa kanila, no? I can't believe how packed our hospital emergency department was last night. Wow. It reminded me of a queue for a blockbuster. Oh my gosh, talaga, a blockbuster movie. Problem is, our staffing levels took a severe hit, and whoever's left on the floor are running themselves ragged. It just got real. Indeed, Omicron has come to town. Oh, Oliver, I'm so
really?
sorry.
That was last night.
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
overtax
what time did
sila,
it finish? Yeah.
toxic. Dahil nasa di ba? Emergency room. Sa kanila, emergency room ba tawag yan? Dito sa atin, A&E, no? Accident and Emergency, no?
Yeah.
Sa
Anong oras ka natapos, Oliver? Anong oras ka nakauwi?
Anong oras ka natapos? Nakauwi ka ba?
Yeah.
No. Yan din ang yan ang problema lang pagka lalo na ngayon kasi nangyayari tong virus, tong how do you call this? How do you call this? COVID. Yung COVID na yan.
Yeah.
Nako, ang daming hirap na hirap ang mga nurses, no. Well, saludo kami sa you take care and congratulations for being the first to greet us dito sa ating program, no. So, salamat. Mabuhay ka, ha. Tanong ni attorney, yung ating birthday celebrant, natapos ka na anong oras? Anong oras ka natapos? Ayan. Okay, next. Sino pangalawa na hula mo, attorney?
Okay. I'm sticking with the gentleman, Mr. Duay, I think.
Wow.
No,
talaga,
I'm going for Mr. Duay, si Edgar.
Mr. Duay. Sige nga, let's go. Tingnan natin. Direct. May drum rolls na naman tayo. Makita mo. Wow! Talaga naman.
No!
Birthday. Oo nga, talaga galing.
Gosh!
I don't know kung meron kang ngayon. May ESP ka ngayon, attorney. Mukhang maganda pagka-birthday mo yata talaga, no? Pahula ko yung lottery. Baka mapataya tayo sila. Anong numbers? Di ba?
I should, actually. Tama ka, I should.
Sige. Basahin mo, attorney.
The charming Mr. Edgar Duay. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Ka-classmate, lalong-lalo na sa napaka-elegant, very cute and adorable Attorney Lira C. And always romantico, legendary broadcaster ng bayan, Sonny Laragan, and talented Direct Pao. Dagdag kalaman day. Hi, Edgar, kamusta?
Hi. Edgar, yes, mabuhay, ha. Thank you, Edgar, no? So, good. Well, hindi ko na, wala ko ba yung pangatlo, pero at least yung 2 na yon nahula mo, attorney, from Oliver and then si Edgar Duay. So, dalawang lalaki na sa ating, Okay, sige. Ito, pangatlo, magpahula daw, sabi gano'n. Hula mo yung pangatlo, attorney nila. Katuan lang, total naka-2. Kumbaga, 2 strikes ka. Hindi naman 2 strikes, 2 hits ka na. 2 hits, hindi strike yan.
Yeah.
Sige.
Okay, no yan nga. 2 for 2. So, I'm sticking with the gentleman, ano? I'm
gentleman.
With
Okay.
The Libroho clan. Yeah, Ireland.
Si Rudy Libroho. Anybody for si Rudy? Okay, sige, tingnan natin kung lalaki pa rin.
Rudy. So close!
Why did you think of...
I was thinking.
Why were you thinking of an all-men parang lineup, parang ganun? Wala, sabagay, you just fancied it, no? Wala lang.
Why not? Yeah, why not? No, it's actually today, weirdly, I had apart from one, and I was fully booked now today, no? Apart from one lady, all my clients, I had something like, I don't know, 7 clients nga today, all men.
Wow,
So,
okay. Kaya pala, parang parang spill over sa ating show ngayon, no? Kaya puro lalaki mga hinula mo. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, mabuhay ka. Marian, ha? Binasa mo na ba? Bakit di pa natin binabasa, attorney? Basahin mo na.
Oh, hindi pa po. Yeah, hello po,
Hindi
Kuya
pa.
Sonny and Attorney. Magandang gabi po sa lahat. Happy Thursday po and stay safe and God bless us po. Tama ka, Miss Paner.
Happy
Love that
Thursday,
photo.
Miss Paner. Happy Thursday. Yan. Okay, sige. Susunod. May walang sakit to. She's really,
Si Miss Rofel. Yeah, salamat po. Yeah, with the caps, no? Good evening, Sonny and Attorney Lira and everyone. Good evening po, Miss Rofel. Kumusta?
Nasa ano pa siya? Siguro nasa Abu Dhabi pa rin to, no? Ayan, mabuhay ka. Emmeline, no? Eto. Si Ma'am Cora.
Oh, Ma'am Cora. Ma'am Cora Carsola, yeah. Magandang gabi, Sir Sonny, Attorney Lira, and all.
Good evening,
Hi,
Ma'am
ma'am.
Cora. Good evening, Good evening yan. Aming teacher sa Notre Dame, no? Okay, may bumati sa'yo.
Oh,
Si
salamat.
Marian,
Salamat po, Miss
oh.
Paner. Yeah, so belated happy birthday po. Wish you all the best and always good health po. Lovely
Yes,
emojis as well.
oh.
Salamat po, Miss Paner. Yeah, no,
Ayan.
it's very kind. Oh,
Ayan,
maligayang
yan.
kaarawan,
Ayan na
Attorney.
po.
Yeah,
Yung
salamat
mga
po.
pagbati na ng birthday mo. Ayan na, Happy birthday. Ayun,
So
okay.
kind.
Si RG Minudin yata. Sino ba to? Parang nakita ko yung
Si
may katar-katar siya.
RG
na wala pa
Minudin.
Okay, yan. Binabati ka.
So belated happy birthday, more birthdays to come. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so, RG.
Oo.
Kanta na dapat. May
Kanta
song
na
number
dapat.
din.
Hindi ko alam kung na-practice na ni attorney yung ano ba kantay sa'yo? Imagine ba, attorney?
Oh, I booked my first proper piano lesson. No.
Wow.
And I think it's end of. It's the Saturday, so I think it's the last Saturday of January.
That's good.
So
That's good.
yeah.
That's good. Amazing. I mean, go for it. We only have one life to live, di ba? Parang, sige, if it really, di ba? If you really want to do it, and it's in your bucket list, why not, di ba?
yun na nga.
Kailan ba?
Tama.
Kailan ba
RG,
after-
look. Tingnan mo.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just saying, RG's,
sure, go.
we're same birthday, yeah. Birthday, magka-birth month
month.
pala tayo. My birthday is on
Oh.
18 January.
Wow.
18. It's not 18 today, Oh no, 13 today. Advance happy birthday, RG.
Parang dinoble, 9 times 2, 9 plus 9, 18.
Tama.
Di ba? Parang, tama, okay. So, may correlation, RG. So, advance happy birthday, RG, of course, kay attorney, birthday. Birthday pa rin attorney, maski hindi na belated talagang happy birthday pa rin. Happy birthday. Si Flor Morante. Ayan.
Yeah. Oh, salamat, Flor. No, belated happy birthday, Attorney Lira. At magandang gabi sa inyo, Sir Sonny at Attorney. Hi, Flor. Kamusta?
Flor, yes. Nako, si Flor. Anong year na ba ngayon? Since ano pa yan? Since 2009. Anong year na ba ngayon? 22. Imagine mo.
2022 na
Grabe,
tayo, no?
Oo, yes.
Wow.
Mabuhay ka, Flor. Well, mahal ko yung pamilya na yan. Si Flor, si Archie, and si Ben. Okay, ano yan?
Tingnan mo. Yeah. Sir Sonny, sa memory ko, sa Facebook today, may photo ka. Nakakarga-karga mo si Ben. How time flies, Sir Sonny. Oh, you have to look at that.
Send mo sa akin yan. Para at least, diba, masarap din yung mga ganyang memories, diba? Imagine mo how many years ago. Alam mo ba, ito nakakatuwa. Ito, kwento ko lang. I don't know if they will get embarrassed with this, no? Yung hobby ni, ni Flor, the first time he met me was when I was emceeing at Morden. And then he went up the stage, and nung magkita kami, he hugged me. Nag-hug kami, no? So, yun, nakakatuwa naman. So Archie, mabuhay, no? So, first time we met, I think he went up the stage, and then we hugged each other, no? So, yeah.
That's nice, no?
Good. Yeah, mabuhay ka, Oliver Fernandez, ito. Ito, sumagot na sa'yo, attorney.
Yeah, 7:30 finish po dapat, timed out at 8:30. Finish my third night shift. My gosh. Hope attorney might be able to give us a song number. No, he better not ask that, Oliver. No.
Alam mo kung bakit?
Everyone will switch off.
Alam mo kung bakit, attorney? Because nung birthday ni Attorney Dana, ganun din mga 3 days, 2 days na ahead yata, what happened was it became a singing thing na parang we were jamming and singing, and si Edgar Duway kumakanta at lahat. Kumakanta nga ba? Gano'n, no? Nagkakantahan kami. Pati ako, kumanta na rin, no? Napakanta na rin.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yes.
You don't want me to do that, Oliver. Talaga. You really don't.
But 2023, attorney. Sige, gawin natin yan.
Yeah,
Ayun,
maybe next year.
Okay, may perform ka, siguro magpa-piano ka, di ba? Di makikita natin yung dahil kailan start ng piano lessons mo, attorney?
The last Saturday of January. So what? In a couple of weeks, no?
Oh, last Saturday of January. Okay, good. Well, at least you have 1 year to practice Imagine, and then hopefully on your next birthday. Kailan ang birthday ni attorney next year? Direct, tignan nga natin kung anong sa 2022. 23 pala. 2022. Pero mo, advance na tayo. 2023 na tinitignan natin. No? Tignan mo nga direct, anong araw ang birthday ni attorney? January 9 ng 2023. Checkin mo nga para malaman lang natin. Kasi maganda rin malaman natin kung anong today kasi this year it's Sunday, 'di ba? Ang January 9, no?
Siguro Monday,
okay.
Unless
Monday daw. Ayun, so Monday. All right. Sige, Monday 'yon. So Monday kung Thursday show natin, at least mga 3 days after 3 days. Okay. Sige. Next natin, sino pa ba? Pagbati natin. Sino to? Nag-welcome sabi ni Marian Galicia pa, you're very welcome po, Attorney Lira. Okay. Ayan. Okay. Si Gary Sarte, bumabati sa'yo.
Salamat.
Happy birthday.
Salamat po, Gary.
Oo. Tapos, sino to? Edgar, kantahan ko raw. Next. Sige, we'll do that next time. Next time. Sige. Si RG Menodin, papasalamat. Thank you, RG, no? RG Menodin. Nasa Doha, Qatar siya ngayon, but she used to be living in Spain, yata sa Malaga, if I'm not mistaken. Tama ba yun?
Wow.
Okay, alright. So, ayan, yung mga pagbati ho. Yeah, birthday ho ni attorney nung sa Sunday. At, cute naman ang kwento mo, no? Talagang, okay, kwento ko lang na mabilis. Kasi sabi mo, napasarap, naparami ka ng inom, di ba? Mamaya-maya, nung wobbly na yung legs mo, nung pagtayo mo. Ako naman, when I was, I think, hindi ko alam kung 19 or 20, hindi ko alam kung anong age ako noon. We went to Lucban, Quezon. Have you heard of Lucban, Quezon?
Yes, yeah.
They have this yearly, parang one tourist attraction din yan. Meron silang, kung tawagin Pahiyas Festival. Ito yung mga made out of rice. They would have some colorful decorations. It could be anything in front of their houses o sa mga bintana nila. So, Pahiyas yun. So, it was I don't know if it was my first time to drink yung wine nila na sikat nun, yung lambanog ba o basta ang sarap inumin, attorney, made out of sugar cane yun eh. So, madaling inumin. Hindi siya yung kamukha ng ibang alcohol na napakahirap. Parang tamis eh. Parang ka lang umiinom ng juice, buko juice or something. Ang dami ko na inom. Alam mo ba, hindi ko alam, the following day I woke up sa tapat ng munisipyo, sa municipal hall ng, parang plaza, municipal hall. Nakatulog ako sa bench na semento. Tapos wala na akong t-shirt, wala na akong damit. May damit pa. Wala na yung pang ibabaw ko, no? Oo, nagising ako ron. May liwanag na. May tawag doon parang sumipa na, di ba? You can easily drink it. Mamaya, pag when it kicks, when it kicks in, patay na. Wala na. Ano ka na?
Yun na nga.
Tataka ako, wala akong topless ako. Tapos nakahiga ako sa semento. Imagine mo yung hamog ng buong magdamag. Tapos wala akong blanket to cover the bench. Wow. The bench na concrete na bench. Biro mo yun. Yeah, it was quite a funny experience. All because of that lambanog, which was very easy to drink. Ang bilis. Oo, kala ko, no? Ayan. Oo, okay.
Edgar, no? Tingnan mo naman. Yeah, I can play Imagine. I tell you what, si Edgar, he's such a talented man. And
Very talented
I
yan,
think
oo.
last count, something like five, instruments, no? Tapos, kumakanta pa siya. It's a story. I wish I were as talented. But no, sadly not. So
Oo
yun.
nga, oo. Hindi, gusto niyang ako kumanta. Pero let's say, tingnan lang natin. Sige, okay, tingnan lang natin, Edgar, no? So, okay, ito, Libro family, yan, bumati na. Yan ay.
Yeah.
Oo.
Yun
Kala
na
mo,
nga.
pangatlo siya.
Salamat
Kala mo
po,
si...
Rudy.
Akala mo si Rudy, hinulaan ka ni attorney. Siguro late siyang nakapanood ngayon. Hinulaan ka kanina ni attorney as pangatlo na sa mga unang bumati, no? Ayun. So, unang-una si Oliver, followed by Edgar Duway. Tama ang lahat ng hula ni attorney. Sa iyo lang nagkamali, Rudy. Akala niya. Pero next week, si pangalan ta? Si Marian Galicia Panera ang Ayan. Okay, well, yan na muna mga pagbati natin. Mamaya na natin siguro tutuloy yung mga iba pa. In the meantime, yan, meron tayong topic, no? Pagbalik natin sa ating break, to appeal or not to appeal. Parang sa Shakespeare, yun? Yung question of Shakespeare?
Tama ka.
To be or not to be.
To be or not to be.
That is the question.
But it's the...
Oh, yeah, okay. To appeal or not to appeal. Ano ibig sabihin? Parang meron din instances na you shouldn't be appealing, gano'n ba?
Yeah.
It might be detrimental.
There are other ways.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, very interesting. So, tawagin nyo na ho yung mga kaibigan nyo, yung mga kamag-anak nyo, mag-huddle na kayo sa kung saan man kayo nanonood, cellphone, computer, or laptop, or whatever. At sige, sabay-sabay ho tayong manood, no? So, we're gonna have a short break. At pagbalik ho natin, tatalakayan ni attorney yung nga, no? To appeal or not to appeal. That is the question, ba? Para tayong Shakespeare. Tama-tama, nasa UK tayo, no? So, we're gonna have a short break, and when we come back, tatalakayan ni attorney yung ating topic for tonight. Huwag ko kayong alis. Saglit po lamang.
Mula doon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
%100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
Attention sa mga healthcare personnel, ikaw ba ay naghahanap ng trabaho sa healthcare na may magandang sahod, flexible na shift at mahusay na working conditions? Kung oo ang sagot mo, KNR Care ang bahala sa iyo. Kami ay kasulukuyang naghahanap ng mga general nurses, specialist nurses, healthcare assistants, support workers at mga carers. Makipag-ugnayan sa amin ngayon para sa agarang pagsisimula, alamin ang iba't ibang opportunities sa KNR Care dito sa Greater London area. Tumawag sa 0208-154-3009 o mag-email sa info@krcare.co.uk. KNR Care, okay to, kabayan!
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy ho tayo sa ating program. Ako po si Sonny Laragan dito po sa Happy Thursday natin na programang Immigration Corner. Ayan, syempre, tawagan na natin ang ating abogada, no? Once again, no? Good evening once again sa iyo, Attorney Lira. Attorney, Lira SIMON-CABATBAT. Good evening.
Happy Thursday po.
Happy Thursday. Oh. Okay, so ito na yung tatalakayin natin, no? Yung topic na yun. Direct, anong topic na yun? Pakilabas lang natin. Ayan. To appeal or not to appeal, that is the question. Parang kayo Shakespeare ho, to be or not to be. To appeal or not to appeal. Ito, napakagandang topic. So, attorney, take it away.
Okay, salamat po. Okay, malaki po ang topic na natin ngayon, to appeal. So basically, appeal rights. So unang-una, so especially kung meron kayong mga kaibigan, kamag-anak nga, or yourself, no? You've had a refusal. Listen, no? It could be that this is very much relevant to your case. So, una po, you've made an application. So, obviously, the appeal will come about if you've made an application, tapos yung application nyo na-refuse, no? That could be in-country or out-country, no? So, sabihin natin, meron kayong anak nyo, nagpasok kayong application para sa anak nyo nasa Pinas nga siya, na-refuse yung application niya, o nandito nga kayo, your spouse visa holder, for example, tapos you made an application to extend the visa, again, as a spouse, tapos na-refuse nga kayo, no? In both cases, it is likely, dahil pamilya nga, no? It's a family application and there are likely to be family and private life issues. It's likely that you would get an appeal, right? No? Now, kung yung application nyo ay nasa Pinas, and you had a refusal also in the Philippines, regardless of the fact na maybe it's an application you made for your child, pero nasa Pinas nga siya, no? Ang deadline po, if it's an out-of-country application that's been refused, the deadline is usually 28 days, no? So during that time, so it's 28 calendar days, not just weekdays po. So if you get a refusal on the 1st, no? On the 28th, tapos na po yung deadline. So it's the 28 days. 28 days starts from the date that you are deemed to have received the decision. So most of the time nga, mga decisions now, they're emailed. So if they email it to you today, the 28 days starts usually from tomorrow. No? So 28 days. Now, if the application was made in country, dito nga sa UK, sabihin natin, spouse ka, nagpasok ng application, na-refuse ka on whatever basis, then usually your right of appeal, the deadline to make the appeal nga is 14 days. Again, calendar days po, hindi lang weekdays. So, if you got refused on the 1st, sabihin natin, or on the 31st, tapos the 14 days starts from the following day, so from the 1st until nga the 14th. So make sure you make the appeal nga within that time. So out of country, 28 days. In country, 14 days. Now, that is if you're going to appeal. Now, unang-una po, do you have, pangalawa, rather, do you have a right of appeal? No? Can you actually exercise a right of appeal? Now, how do you find out? Tingnan yung refusal. No? Usually the refusal would be about minimum 2 pages, normally 3-4 pages. Sa likod, usually the last paragraph or the paragraph before that, the penultimate paragraph, would say there if you have a right of appeal. No? And as I've said, once it says you have the right to appeal this decision, then you count either 14 days or 28 days depending on where the application was made. So it would normally say on the application itself if you have a right of appeal. Now, sometimes you don't have a right of appeal, no? Because they don't give you a right of appeal, or it's an application that does not have an appeal right. So, as unfortunately some of you who may have experienced this nga, visit visa applications, no? Kung visit visa application pinasok nyo and that was then refused, usually there's no right of appeal against that refusal, no? And it would say there also that there's no right of appeal. However, if it is, as I say, to do with family applications, private life, human rights applications, basically, you should normally get a right of appeal. if you don't have a right of appeal, so basically sabi nila, oh, you don't have a right of appeal, but you think you should get a right of appeal because you raised human rights grounds, don't just accept their statement that you don't have a right of appeal. What you should then do or consider is writing to them also. You can certainly say, look, you do have a right of appeal, and say why you think you have a right of appeal. Now, that's usually what's called a pre-action protocol letter before action. Basically, you're saying, kung hindi nyo ako bibigyan ng right of appeal, then I may take you to court for what's called judicial review. Judicial review is a way of challenging a home office's process. Hindi nga yung mismong decision, but the process that was used to reach that decision. So basically, sinasabi mo, nagkamali sila because really, I should have been given the right of appeal because, for example, I've raised human rights grounds. No? And if the court says, na tama ka, then you would then get a right of appeal. And you should, of course, then exercise your right of appeal. It could also be, especially a lot of EU settlement applications that have been refused, that you also have what's called administrative review. Administrative review is usually, the deadline doon is usually 28 days from the date nga of the refusal. No? So in an EU settlement application or refusal nga, you often would have actually both. No? You have an administrative review, and then if you don't succeed with administrative review, you then also have the possibility of appealing. No? So you will find that you could have exercised two things. Now, but it doesn't mean, just because you have a right of appeal, it doesn't mean that you should do it. No? You should consider first if it's right, if it's the correct process to follow through. Now, sometimes nga, you're given a right of appeal. Sabihin natin, nagpasok kayong application, nasa Pinas nga kayo. Nakalimutan nyo, hindi kayo nagbigay ng ebidensya na yung income mo nga is 18,000 o income ng spouse mo dito, sponsor mo nga dito is 18,600. No? You were not able to show evidence of the 18,600 for whatever reason. No? Now, that means tama sila. No, in refusing your application, because you need to be able to show that you satisfy all the relevant conditions, one of which, if it's a spouse application nga, is yung 18,600. And kasalanan mo, no, that you could not submit the evidence to support the 18,600. Now, if you appeal that, then the chances are you will probably, well, the court can take into account other new factors, but of course they would be right at the initial refusal nga. Problema nga din sa appeal is ang bagal, no? So when you appeal, you will find, especially nga at the moment with the pandemic going on and the backlog nga, you're looking at a minimum po of 6 months before you can even get you can be heard. Usually, yung minimum. I have at the moment appeals that have been outstanding close to a year. No, we still don't have nga hearing dates. Kung nandito sila sa UK, then that's not so bad. Pero kung nandun nga yung pamilya nyo, yung na-refuse nga sa atin, then no, that can be quite difficult. No. Now, in that case, kung problema nga lang nila, so sabihin natin nakakuha kayo ng sulat, sabi nga doon, we're refusing you, we do not think, you failed to provide us evidence that you actually satisfied the income of 18,600 or the sponsor. Kung yung nga lang ang problema, no? So something that you can easily, if you like, remedy, then consider whether really you just want to make a new application. I mean, I appreciate pagbayad na naman, no? But if you paid the IHS, the immigration health surcharge, babalik naman nila yun sa inyo eh. But of course, you will have given up the home office fee. But it could be that tactically, it may be better if you do that. Unang-una nga, mas mabilis siguro, no? If you make an application, and ultimately, what's your fault? And when you submit the new application nga, you should explain na ito nga nangyari. You have to declare anyway that you've had a refusal. But also, in the letter in the representations nga or in your statement kung whatever you're going to submit in support nga, you should also say, oh, ito nga ang nangyari. You had a right of appeal. You've decided not to exercise that right of appeal simply because you accept that you failed to make to provide nga the information that was requested, and now you're making this new application with the information that's been requested. Pero siguraduhin nyo, no, kung ano man ang rason nga nila na kulang nga, na ibigay nyo. Otherwise, you get another refusal. Of course, it would be different if sabihin natin na nagpasok yung application para sa bata, tapos yung bata magiging 18 na, no? Kung magiging 18 na yung bata, then you need probably to appeal regardless of the refusal. Dahil kung magiging 18 na siya, it means that next time kung magpasok nga siyang application by the time he's over 18, then it means that he will no longer be treated as your dependent. So again, tactically, kung ano man ang dahilan, kung mag-18 na yung bata o paso na, no, 18 na nga siya by the time the decision has been made, then you probably will need to simply appeal, no, because otherwise he goes over the age of 18. That means that iba ng batas ang i-apply nga nila, mas mahirap po. So again, there regardless na kayo nga nagkamali, my advice would then be make the appeal because otherwise he's over then the age, no? Now, so tactically, it's not always right also to appeal. It could also be, and certainly I've come across these cases na the application nga was submitted, you were hoping that application would be granted over, sabihin natin it's to do with overstayers nga, but the application was then refused. It could also be that the chance of success on appeal is so low that you shouldn't do it, no? Because you see, if you have if you apply tapos na-refuse nga yung application nyo, tapos mag-appeal kayo, tapos ma-dismiss yung appeal nyo, di ibig sabihin patong-patong ang problema, no? So sometimes it may simply be better, again also tactically, not to pursue an appeal just because there are no real grounds, no strong enough grounds nga to pursue an appeal, no? So tactically, again, it may be that you don't also want to do it. Now, in some cases also, it could be that you want actually to simply make a new application, not necessarily just because nakalimutan nga nila yung bigay yung sabihin natin bank statement or no, the 18,600 pounds. Now, sometimes, and I come across this situation relatively regularly, no? Sabihin natin nandito nga kayo, nagpasok kayo ng application, paso na yung visa nyo, overstay na nga kayo dito, you made an application on the basis of a relationship, no? They accept, the Home Office accepted nga that, you have a genuine relationship. We even accepted that your spouse has good enough income in order to support you in the UK, na meron kayong accommodation nga dito. So they accept all the basic requirements nga, no? But they do not accept, no, that you have what's called exceptional circumstances, no? Sometimes it's also referred to as insurmountable obstacles to pursue a family life outside the United Kingdom. So it can be, but basically it's exceptional kung nandito nga kayo. In those cases, it could be that you may also want to consider, kung maganda namang kaso nyo, to go back and make an application, sabihin natin kung galing nga ka sa Pinas, make an application from the Philippines to come back into the United Kingdom. Sometimes people decide to do that because they look at it as a kind of, belated or prolonged honeymoon, no? And then they make an application to from the Philippines to come into the UK. Now, just beware, no? In some cases, there may be an automatic ban, no? Because you've overstayed in the United Kingdom. Now, that ban will not usually apply if you are joining someone who's either British or indeed indefinite leave to remain or resident nga in the United Kingdom. No? So you will likely be exempt from that ban. So ibig sabihin, rather than having to wait, say, 12 months because you paso na ang visa mo, pasok yung application, then you can make that means you don't have to wait the 12 months, you can make an application immediately as soon as you land nga in the Philippines. So sometimes, again, it could be that tactically speaking, sinubukan nyo nga dito, hindi nga nangyari, and you want to go back, meron kang pamilya sa atin, or indeed, you think, well, okay, we think that it's a stronger application to come from, say, the Philippines back into the United Kingdom. So in that case, it could be, as I say, that an appeal is not perhaps the route, but perhaps instead a new application. No? Now, appeals are it's one of the more complex areas of law. No? So bago kayo mag-appeal, you should seek legal advice because, as I say, there are many factors to consider. So tactically, whether it's something you want to do, yeah, or are there other options nga? Do you even have a right of appeal? No. Should it be right of appeal, or should it be appeal, or rather administrative review? Should it, if there's no right of appeal, then maybe judicial review? No. You may not want to appeal, as I say. You may want to make a new application. But sometimes also, it could be that you should not do anything at all. No? Dahil wala nga kang pag-asa, and to appeal will just make an already bad situation worse. And this is really also, this is important and something you should expect, of course, no, from your representative or your legal advisor, na frank advice, no. Is it right, no, to appeal? And that's because as soon as you appeal, then you have a whole load of processes that you need to follow. No, hindi nga lang yung the submission of appeal online. Of course, there's a fee to do that, but also the process after that, the filing of the skeleton argument nga, the documents in support, preparing statements. So it's a very complicated area of law, starting really with should you do it, okay, and then following on with the processes that you need to do. At saka when you prepare for the process also, anong kailangan yung gawin, no? Are you looking at statements, for example, to be prepared? In what format should they be prepared? At saka kailangan nyo ba interpreter? So it is it is very important that you get advice whether it's a process that you want to implement, you know, to invoke. But the good news is, of course, yeah, if you appeal, it goes to an immigration judge. No, immigration judge is not the same as the Home Office, so it will be someone independent of the Home Office, and the judge will then make a decision. No, on the facts. Did the Home Office make a mistake, or in relation to the law, did the Home Office make a mistake? Are there other factors to take into account? But it goes to a judge. And the judge will then make a decision nga, a determination ang tawag, no, whether your appeal should succeed or not. But as you can imagine, no, it's so the topic is to appeal or not to appeal. That is the question, but the answer is quite a lot more complex. So seek advice. Don't just simply appeal without thoroughly canvassing is it the right step to take, no? So be careful.
To appeal or not to appeal, that is the question. Ayan. Okay. Teka muna, ano ba calendar days? Teka muna, gusto ko, para maliwanagan ng mga kababayan natin. Calendar days, binibilang mo pati weekend, di ba? Tama?
Opo, lahat, no?
Yeah. Na-deny ka na-refuse ka ng kunyari June 1, halimbawa, kunyari. So, June 2, effective nun, may bilang na yung appeal mo. Kung in-country ka, kung nasa UK ka na-refuse, 14 calendar days. And then if you're outside of the country, doble, 28 days. Tama ba? Attorney, no?
28. Tama,
28,
tama po.
Tama,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Tama.
So, itong actual discussion natin, ito yung parang more of a tactical strategy kung dapat ba sa palagay mo mag-appeal ka o hindi, no? Parang kamukha ng halimbawa, no, na-refuse because, for example, dun sa fiancé ba o spouse, na yung 18,600 hindi na comply, no? So na-refuse. May sinasabi ka na it's the better strategy not to appeal kung tipong yun lang naman ang kulang at may evidence ka naman na merong 18,600 which is the requisite parang salary o nung spouse ng lalaki o babae as the case may be, no, na ng British citizen. Pagka ganong na-refuse ka, pero alam mong may papel ka na siguro nakaligtaan na, I don't know, baka a week difference lang o 2 weeks nung pinasok yung application hindi ganun kalaki pera, biglang instantly nagkaroon na si 18,600. Ang sabi mo, wag na lang i-appeal. Bakit? Mas magastos o magiging maraming chechibureche, kung tawagin natin slang word noon, mas maraming mas komplikado pa rather than do a fresh application. Question, kung fresh application from the time of refusal, pwede ka na the following day mag-apply ka?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. No, there's no time limit na kailangan mo hintayin 6 months or 1 year or 14 days nga before you can make a new application. You can make an application nga in most cases immediately. So tactically, you may want to. And another thing that I implement nga tactic-wise, no? I mean, I'm giving you tips now. So kung meron kayong appeal, listen up. So what sometimes you could also do, no, is dahil nga ang igsi nga 28 days can be quite, it can go very fast, or indeed certainly 14 days nga dito. So if it's only nga a question of the bank statements, no, what you can potentially also do, is you submit an appeal, tapos you ask if the matter can be looked at by a case worker, case manager, no, so that they may then potentially rescind the decision to refuse. But that rarely ever happens, no. Dahil busy nga sila. You will find that when it's refused, it's refused. They don't actually look at it until later on. They're supposed to look at it nga sooner rather than later. So when you appeal, shortly before the appeal date itself, no, it's supposed to go and be reviewed. But of course, you're looking at months down the line, so it may be faster to simply make a new application. Kung kasalanan nyo nga. So again, it's a question of tactics.
So okay, sabi mo when you have a fresh appeal, you have to write in there that you were refused. So okay lang, hindi pagka may refusal na gano'n, very very recent, it doesn't really in a way affect talaga. Walang it's not no big deal. Is that what you're saying, attorney?
Oh no, I mean it's a big deal, but you are required to make the declaration. No, if you don't declare it on the application, then they find it, and they will find it. No, then you will have committed or they will say you've committed deception in failing to make the declaration. So kailangan mo naman sabihin, no. But in making that declaration, you should also then explain, no, that the reason that was refused was simply because of failure to provide evidence of income, for example, no? And that you accept that was indeed a mishap, no, a mistake nga on your part, and because of that you're simply making now a new application with complete documents. Yun. So it can be so tactically it may be that it's the way to go.
Okay, all right.
So,
okay, all right. Okay. All right. Okay, meron tayong we have about 3 questions, pero meron question muna from our viewer dito, no. Yan si Kim Santos Sunga, attorney. Yan, sabi niya, "Ma'am, ask ko lang po sa DSWD ba need papakita ng pag nasa airport na ano pa ba ang need pagdadalhin yung anak ko ng auntie ng asawa ko? Papunta na sila dito, UK, thanks." That's Kim Santos Sunga.
Yeah, Kim. Actually, that's quite. It's good you asked that because it is it's often forgotten, okay. But it is kung mag-isa nga lang yung bata, no, sa dadating nga dito, then yes, you normally. I mean, this is not hindi to ang kailangan ng home office, yeah. This is something that's required really by the Philippine authorities and at the airport. So they normally want something, it seems, from the DSWD to say that the child can travel on their own, for example, or kung sasamahan nga siya. So like a permission nga, no? But yes, that's quite that can be quite difficult, especially at the moment. In fact, I was dealing with a client the other day. So she couldn't make an appointment with the Philippine Embassy because it's just very hard to get appointments now at the moment with any embassy, but certainly also the Philippine Embassy. So she had to do an affidavit, that's going to be submitted to the DSWD, allowing her child to travel nga with sister. Tapos she needed to execute that before 2 witnesses. She had to sign it also for her, no? Tapos dadalhin pa niya yun sa foreign, I think they're called now Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office. So ang daming kailangan, no? And then pagka nagawa na nila yon, because it's going to be used in the Philippines nga, so tatatakan nilang tawag yung apostille, no? It then goes to the Philippines, and doon pwede siya magbiyahe. So tama ka, kailangan so the quick answer to your question is, kung dadating nga siya dito, sasamahan siya ng auntie niya, usually she would need this thing from the DSWD, unfortunately, Kim. Pero don't leave it late, ha? Okay. Gawin mo na nga ngayon, because you'll find it's quite hard to make appointments with the Philippine Embassy.
Ano yung sinasabing may apostille? Ano ba yan? SPA ba yan? Hindi?
Yeah, yung nga po. Yeah, so if a document is needed for abroad,
right?
You often have and you need to send it to the foreign
for abroad.
Yeah, for abroad. So sa Pinas. Yeah, for abroad. So not from abroad. So for abroad. So kailangan nila sa Pinas, no?
Okay.
So you're using the document is executed here for use, say, in the Philippines.
Okay.
That document is then it goes to the Foreign Commonwealth Development Office, previously known as FCO, the Foreign Commonwealth Office. Tatatakan nila, and that thing is called the apostille. Yun ang tatak. So if you like, so like a notary.
Sorry, go ahead. Notary nga. Well,
There's
no other way. For example, kung may mga kababayan natin are having difficulty, maraming tumatawag sa akin, papatulong sa visa, sa visa tuloy, sa mga passports nila. Ayan, yung mga special power of attorney, dahil they are having difficulty getting an appointment. Yung attorney, yung bang mga SPA na yan, halimbawa, attorney, pwede bang, talaga bang embassy lang, o meron bang mga notaries dito na pwedeng gumawa niyan, o kailangan talagang embassy lang, and then through yung sinasabi mong yung dating FCO, yung bang pagka nagpakumuha ng ganyan mga SPA, so from the embassy dinadaan pa nila sa FCO yan? Well, the previous FCO, may bagong pangalan ngayon, di ba? Sabi mo?
Yeah, FCDO na, I think
FCDO,
ang pangalan
okay.
nga. No, it doesn't have to be the embassy nga, no? And I have a lot of these at the moment. So sabihin natin na kailangan nyo ng SPA, and truly I've done so many SPAs recently. It's just it's silly, no? The special power of attorney, no? Mm-hmm. So so normally what happens is the special power of attorney is prepared, no? Tapos I prepare it, tapos I book my client with a notary public, yeah. So I have a notary public.
Okay.
Notary public. So kailangan yan notary public because it's being used for abroad. That's a notary public is someone else different from say me. I'm called because I'm a practicing solicitor. I'm a commissioner for oaths. But kailangan nila for abroad, you need usually a notary public. So the notary public then stamps it, seals it nga, and in that case, for SPAs at least, usually you don't need an apostille. So basically, pagka nagawa na ng notary public, that's done. It's then usable, no?
For
say,
yun na yun. Yun na yun. Hindi na kailangan pumunta ng mga FCDO pa yan, idadaan pa ng notary, hindi na, wala na. So pwede na taga pa sa Pilipinas yan?
Yeah, so some documents, they still insist that it goes through the FCDO, no? So for example, if it's to do with court hearings, no?
Okay.
So usually they would want, and the document will also say that, no, na kailangan nila, it needs to go through the FCDO. But most documents, SPAs certainly, no. So usually it's enough to have a notary to in fact stamp it. So rather than going through, in the past, when you could get appointments easily at the embassy, you execute the document and SPA, dadalhin mo doon, and then you swear it before a consul, tapos tatatakan nila, red ribbon and all that, no? And that's it, no? It doesn't need to go anywhere else. But the problem at the moment is getting out the booking. So what I normally do, as I say, is I prepare the SPA, I then book my client with the notary public. The notary public then deals with the swearing and then gives it back to my client, and oftentimes it's brought back to me, no? I take photocopies of the document, so not yung there isa nga lang original, no? I take photocopies of the document, and if required, I then provide my client with certified copies of the same document. So that it can go to the various people that's required. Sometimes it goes nga to DSWD. It can go potentially to do with medical issues nga. Sometimes also it's needed by say to execute purchase of land. No, so a simpler way of doing it, I would say, is get the SPA done. Kung SPA nga, go to a notary public. More often than not, I would say 90% of the time, hindi nyo kailangang apostille. If you need an apostille, so it needs to go to the FCDO, then of course it needs to be sent there, but there's additional costs. No? But yeah, so normally 90% of the time it's prepared, no? Tapos it goes to the notary, and then it comes back to me. Usually, I do I certify them to be true copies of the original, and then it goes.
Okay, if the situation is like this, attorney, dito, no? So, say for example, a Pinoy lives in the UK, has a property in the Philippines, or it could be a whatever property, and since yung tao nandito, that person is now giving a relative, it might be an auntie, kasi the person might want to sell her property. Malayo pa eh. So, to negotiate, to be able to negotiate to whoever prospective buyers are, the person is now parang authorizing a relative, an auntie or a cousin or whoever, to transact business with that. Eventually, the person, when okay na, while doing that negotiation, because she has been sort of parang deputized or authorized to do negotiations, talk to some prospective buyers. Kung okay na, of course, yung nasa UK, pupunta na sa Pilipinas. Pero in that case, kasi sabi mo, baka court cases or court something, it needed in the court, baka kailangan sa FCDO. Pero in that situation, yung notaries na sinasabi natin, okay na ba?
Yeah. So that's actually a lot of what I come across, no? So the SPA, the Special Power of Attorney, is prepared. Yung nga lang po, things to bear in mind when you're having an SPA, the power of attorney, so you need to nominate not an attorney as in, for example, the equivalent of a solicitor, but someone you nga, sinasabi mo, someone you nominate, you deputize nga, to transact on your behalf. But beware, in giving that person a special power of attorney to deal with the land, it could be that they actually, benta nga nila, they transact, tapos benta nila. It could be that they pocket the money.
Ayun.
I've also come across that, no?
Okay.
And yung nga, attorney,
okay,
no?
Okay.
So
actually,
be careful.
So this is the best thing to do pala. Instead of having a special power of attorney to that person na lang would just have to parang gather or shortlist a group of buyers. Then kung meron ng kausap, you don't have to, just call up the person, yun ba? Kung sino yung mga prospective, gusto mo bang bilhin? Sige, uuwi ako sa Pilipinas para at least ma-formalize ko that because it might need my presence. Kasi yung special power of attorney, when the transfer happens, ano naman, di ba? Yung person mismo na nasa UK, di ba? Kasi pag inauthorize mo yun, parang lahat pwede nilang gawin, di ba? Tama ba? I think magulo yung...
Tama, tama ka. You see, the special power of attorney depends, of course, on the terms, no, of the appointment. Nga, ako, when I prepare it, I try and I see this all the time, no, a kind of so wide appointment. Now, I authorize, no, I authorize, junior to pay to transact. Deal with buyers, receive the money, ganon lahat.
Right.
I often say to my clients, nga, look, do you really want it so wide? And oftentimes sabi nila, well, no, I trust them. So it's one thing also to make it quite wide, but specify the transaction. Hindi nga lang lahat. So don't say to deal with land that I own, no, 'cause that's just too wide. It could be that you own, 6 pieces of land, yeah, but you only want him to be dealing with one, no. Ang ayaw mo mangyari, you then have a document that's running around, no, which can be used by this person, and you may not want them to, no, and you're bound by it if it's open-ended. So when you prepare a special power of attorney, importante nga din po, limit it as far as you can, no. So kung may petsa nga, no, that power of attorney, special power of attorney will conclude on, no? Kung alam mo naman, bibenta nga, but it will conclude maybe in a month's time, for example. Or it's limited to transaction in relation to this, tapos that piece of land, lagyan yung address, no? So limit it as best as you possibly can. You do not want a special power of attorney that's open-ended and wide, no? Because that's just asking for trouble.
So in the situations that I told you, there's actually no need for a special power of attorney. Whoever is more or less doing the legwork back home in the Philippines, the only legwork the person has to do is to shortlist whoever. Are you interested? Okay, let's call the principal in the UK, and then the principal can just go. It's a modern age ngayon. You can do Zoom, you can do Skype, and then you talk, di ba? Parang you finalize. And if there's a seriousness, then you just fly back to the Philippines to finalize the transaction.
Yeah, that's no. I mean, in an ideal world, that would be the best way, nga, no. No, meron kang uutusan sa atin. They put together documents. You can even Zoom meeting here, no. And have a chat, and then if necessary, go back not to the Philippines yourself. But the reality, though, is this, no. Well, at least the ones that I deal with, yung mga buyers, prospective buyers nga sa atin, they don't want to deal with things over the phone. No? And kung sino man kausap nila, they want to see that person has authority, no, to deal with the matter. And then also, hindi nga lang basta-basta makauwi, especially nga ngayon. And a lot of the people that I've dealt with who's had to execute SPAs nga, no, busy sila. No? They have jobs Monday to Sunday, no, and they can't just go, and sometimes they can't even take meetings, no? And that's really the reason why meron silang inuutusan sa atin, no, that they want to nominate or delegate, no, their powers to an attorney nga sa atin. So I can see the need for it, and you can of course execute special powers of attorney, but yung nga lang, ingat po kayo, don't give such a wide. If you can, no, deal with it yourself. But if you can and you can't, and you need an attorney to deal with things on your behalf, then make sure you have a limited power of attorney, not an open-ended one. Limited to that transaction, limited to, say, that property, if you can, also limit it in relation to date, so that you say, and this the special power of attorney will expire on whenever it is.
Sabi ni Attorney Dana, there's no such a thing as special power of attorney in the UK, di ba? Dito para
yes.
May ano tawag dito?
Yeah, you can have here a power. Yeah, you can have a power of attorney here, but it's a different thing, no? Power of attorney here usually is executed kung may to anticipate, say, health issues, no? So you can have then a limit, limited power of attorney you own.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Attorney, sige, but let's go with a question here. Sige, direct, sige. Yep, ito. Attorney, ayan.
Galing po ito kay Nori. Yeah? So good evening po, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. tatanong ko lang po, sana, if there's any update po, sa CARES job. May alam po, may alam o kilala po ba kayong agency mag-a-assist po ng processing ng application? Meron po ba itong age limit? Maraming salamat po. Nori, I'm glad you said that, no? Dahil, not yet is the quick answer. But regardless, ang gagawin ko next week.
Not yet, Sam. Sorry, not yet. When you say not yet, anong not yet?
Yung... So they publish on 24th
wala ka ba update?
December.
Wala ka ba update sa CARES? So you're answering that question. Okay.
So wala pa pong update from the Home Office actually. No, I suspect that they're quite busy trying to deal with the Partygate problems. But anyway, so nothing yet in the way of meat on the bone, as they say, not as of today anyway. So, but I suspect there will be something already next week. So, hopefully by next week. But so we're in any event. Ang plano ko, ang suggestion ko, we can look at the care, the extension of the to CARES anyway in the context of the current law, no. So we can ourselves look at the existing guidance, even though it hasn't been extended yet, because the likelihood is kung ano man guidance nga ngayon, it will probably apply to carers. So Nori, I'm glad you raised it, because next week, no, pag-uusapan po natin is an update nga on the carer, the extension to carer visa. So next week, make sure you watch, Nori. Because there's no age limit.
No age limit. Kaya 50 yan, kaya 55 yan, walang problema, Attorney.
Yeah. Well, usually, of course, retirement age, no, which is 65 nga, and 18. So I suppose that's what you mean by age limit. So workers in this type of profession, you're looking at 18, so adult nga, and before the retirement age of 65. But you will find that there is realistically, no, an age limit, because a lot of employers, they're really focusing on certain ages nga lang, and after certain age they may be less keen to offer you a job that they think that you're not able to provide the number of years of service that they want. But they will probably not publish that, because otherwise that's ageism.
Pero okay. But I don't know if I have to ask you. Pero yung mga nasa 50s, medyo alanganin na kaya yan, although they wouldn't really publish it. Mas you have a small likelihood of of chance of making it kung sakasakali. Yung mga nasa 40s, 30s, mga bata pwede pa, of course. But yung mga nasa 50s, would that be would it be parang in a way hopeless for them? Bakit hindi pa naman natin alam?
No.
All you have to do is to total kung 50, 51, 49, 47, 65 is the retirement age. That's a long way to go. Diba? More or less pa.
Yeah, no, yun na nga. I'm certainly, I've not encountered problems where my client has been 50, early 50s nga. I suppose because employers are looking at it a bit more pragmatically, no? Na okay, 50 nga siya, but if all goes well, I can potentially have this employee for 15 years, over 10 years. Yeah. And let's face it, a lot of people, they don't stay in the same job for 10 years nga. So between 50 and 60, it then boils down to probably experience.
Okay, yes. Okay. Kasi excited ka, no? Di ba, attorney? No? May bago na tayong so excited din siguro, teka muna, baka yung mga kakilala kami, may kakilala kaibigan na pwede mag-apply, no? Okay. Alright, tuloy-tuloy tayo sa ating questions. We have a question from our viewers. Sige, okay. Si Vivian, ano pa kanya? Ena? Pakibasa, attorney, malina. Yan.
Okay.
Oo, nababasa ba?
Kung baliktad, it would be Anne Mary, no? O Mary Ann.
Mary Ann. Okay. Tama ka. Tama.
Very good.
Baliktad. Mary Ann, tama ka. No? Tama. Galing mo, attorney. So, nakuha mo agad. Mary Ann. Tama.
Crosswords, no? Hello po, magandang gabi. Tanong ko po lang, para sa kasama ko, magtatapos na po ang aming visa, 20 March, okay. I-renew daw ng boss dahil next year pa yung end contract ko. Pero yung kasama ko sa June matatapos ng ang contract niya. Ang plano ni boss sa kanya, exit kami sa ibang bansa, France or Italy,
Maninirahan siguro, for months siguro, mga ibang, walang months, babalik kami dito sa London.
Pabalik kami dito sa London. Ang tanong ko po, mabibigyan ba siya ng visa ulit pabalik sa London pag nag-exit na siya? Mary Ann o Iram, no? Anong visa niya ngayon? That would be my question.
Yung sabi mo, attorney, 1 year
Domestic.
lang yata. Domestic, 1 year lang yata yan, di ba? Sabi mo,
Domestic.
tama ba? 1 year tama?
Yeah, yun na nga. Yeah.
So they're thinking of a
6 months
strategy, a
actually.
tactical ba, na exit tapos babalik uli. Pero teka muna, paano busy niya sa France? Paano magtatagal yan, di ba? Ano niya sa France, di ba?
This is a very risky strategy, no?
Or Italy,
Dahil unang-una po, they would be there's no limit as such. So basically, kung 6 months lang ako, binigyan ka 6 months, nandito ka nga, no? Tapos gusto mo uwi ka, sabihin natin nanggaling ka sa Pinas.
Attorney, 6 months lang ba ang 6 months lang ba ang domestic?
6 months lang po ang domestic.
6 months lang. Okay.
Yeah. Dahil nagbagong batas in April 2012, no?
Yeah.
So, dati, pag pumasok ka dito sa domestic, 1 year, tapos pwede mo pang extend, tapos pwede kang makakuha indefinite. Pero 2012 nga, nagbago pong batas. Ngayon, ang domestic visa, 6 months lang po, no extension. So, yung plano nga, kung yun ang visa mo, no? So, ang plano nga, aalis siya, tapos sa France nga, making an application to come back into the United Kingdom, another 6 months. That is a very risky plan, no? Dahil nga, ang unang-una po, makikita nila ang details nyo. So, they don't like it when you are using the back door, no? So, uwi ka, tapos pabalik nga dito. I mean, strictly speaking, nothing stopping someone from going back, no? Or going to another country, making an application from there. But you will find that it's very likely na marirefuse. Dahil ayaw nila yun eh. Makikita nila yung record. You're just using the system to effectively prolong a domestic work visa, which they do not like doing. So kung domestic visa po, ang visa mo, I mean, okay, I would need to know a bit more about the facts, but I would probably be saying not to do it, kung yan ang plano. So,
okay,
and if it's,
sorry, attorney, and it's...
Yeah, no, I was just going to say that it's I think Mary Ann, it's probably a good idea to see someone, no? Especially yung kaibigan mo nga, to see someone before doing anything, because you are of course when you're out, no? And hindi ko nga din alam kung anong sitwasyon yung nga dito. Maybe there's a way also of changing in the United Kingdom, but yeah, before going out, see someone.
Ano yan? So, parang ginagawa nila sa Middle East yan eh. Pagka may kukuha ng visa sa Dubai, lalabas yun ng, basta lumalabas-labas lang, tapos babalik uli. Pag nakakuha na, mag-a-apply kasi hindi pwedeng, siguro, I don't know, for the number of days, no? But dito, ang balak exit is Spain or Italy, no? Pero, Spain, France at Italy. Pero, it would be safer siguro going back home. Pero sabi mo nga hindi pwede ba yung pabalik-balik, kunyari si boss na amo na boss na British, o sige uwi ka muna Mary Jane, no? Ito si Mary Ann, pero Mary Jane kunyari yung tauhan. Mary Jane, doon ka muna. Pwede ba yung pag umuwi siya after the 6 months na, pwede ba mag-re-apply uli? I-apply ng boss niya o hindi po pwede? Yan ba yung sinasabi mo na parang magiging, pwede ba yan? Sa pabalik-balik.
Yeah, pwede naman. There's no Yeah, but you just have to be careful nga, no? I mean, the Home Office are not silly, no? Makikita nila yung record mo. So, kung makita nila patong-patong nga ang visa, no? Then they will probably say, and they should probably say, that the system is being used by just coming backing nga, no? So, it could be nasasabihin nila, hindi ito pwede, because what you're doing is just effectively extending the visa, and also going out to another country may not help, no? On the application form, they will ask you, okay, what are you planning to do? Where are you living, for example, no? If you're in France or nasa Spain ka with a visit visa, no? You will be saying, "Oh, I'm here on a visit visa, coming into the United Kingdom with to enter the UK as a domestic worker." That is a big no-no.
Malabo
Yun
yun,
na nga. Yun na nga po.
Tourist
Yeah.
ka, galing ka
So,
naman.
yeah, so-
What did you do there? Tapos babalik ka rito. Tourist. Okay, anyway.
Opo.
So, pag-apply, paano ba nagkakaroon ng domestic visa? Gusto ko lang malaman, attorney. Yan ba ina-apply ng prospective employer? And then, do they have to show that this is the amount that I'm going to be paying this person? Nakaset out ba yun?
Yeah. So, so when you make an application for domestic work visa, you need to be able to show as an employer that you've been employing that person a minimum of 1 year, working for you as a domestic worker in a private household on a full-time permanent basis. Tapos kailangan mo siya to come into the United Kingdom to continue working for you in the UK. And again, you'll be providing for them in the United Kingdom na sapat nga yung pera niya pagka nandito nga siya. But as I say, from April 2012 po, it is limited and no extension to 6 months nga lang.
Pero ito parang may ang parang requirement o parang ang nauna diyan is that person yung domestic nakasama nung employer nung nasa labas siya, di ba? So hindi po pwede yung let's say si employer nandito, kunyari ako si Sonny Laragan, British, no? Ang gagawin kong technique para continue sa supply ko ng domestic kasi parang nakikita ko iba yung dates ng mga tauhan, no? So for example, kinuha ko si A muna na domestic ko. Mamaya malatapos na, kukuha na naman ako panibago para mag-overlap, matatapos na yun. Hindi pwedeng gano'n, no? The domestic that comes over is somebody that has been with you, and it parang ang principal o yung employer kailangan nasa labas, papasok, di ba? Ganun ba mangyayari?
No, the idea is not to be recruiting people, no? So it would be the idea is that nandun nga sila nakatira, may bahay sila doon. So sabihin natin sa Abu Dhabi nga, no, nandun sa nakatira, may bahay sila. Pupunta nga sila dito, they need continued help nga pagka nandito na nga sila. And for that reason, they would like to be accompanied by the domestic worker in private household, no? But it's not nga a question. Ang bawal po, hindi sila pwedeng yung suggestion mo nga that it could be nandito sila nakatira, tapos they petition for someone to come into the UK before the 6 months is up, babalik nga yung tao again na naman 6 months. That is something that the Home Office I'm sure will pick up.
Hindi man babalik, attorney. Parang kumukuha siya lagi ng supply, no? May bago na naman, umuwi ka, tapos ito na may panibago. Ganon. Hindi yung isang tao balik lang ng balik. Kundi pagkatapos ng isa, may almost matatapos, parang nag-ano lang pakita mo ko direct. May maestra ako, nag-explain ako. Nagpapakita ako. Ayan. So babalik, alis, babalik, may bago, no? Hindi pwede rin gano'n, no? Hindi po pwede. Pero hindi kaya maabuso rin kaya to na, for example, kunyari, ako si Sonny Laragan, British, may bahay ako sa Abu Dhabi o sa Dubai or maski sa Hong Kong or Pilipinas. Uwi lang ako, tapos sabihin ko na magdadala na naman ako. Ito para lang, is that possible, attorney? Kunyari, si British ka, uwi ka ng Pilipinas, i-claim mo na lang, yun na naman, may panibago ka, sinama na naman sa After 6 months, uwi ka lang saglit, tapos kuha ka na naman.
Well, I mean, look, it can, of course, no. Most processes can be, subject to abuse. But it can be. Yung nga, but the problem you will have kung yung ang plano mo is unang-una nga, they will say, well, so anong ginagawa mo dito? So kung ikaw ang employer, anong ginagawa? Where are you actually living? Yeah. So titingnan muna nga nila, doon ka ba usually sa Pinas? So kung saglit ka nga lang dito ka nakatira, saglit ka nga lang sa atin, so effectively you really only going to visit, no? Sabihin natin sa Pinas. That they will not grant a domestic work visa, because then they will see that as direct recruitment. No?
Okay.
So really, the route is meant to be for kung nandun meron kang kasama nga sa atin, domestic work visa, o domestic visa, nandun ka sa Pinas, doon ka nagtatrabaho, meron kang sabihin natin, nanny, no, gusto mo silang dalhin nga dito to continue working for you. And then in the United Kingdom, you then have 6 months, or they have 6 months to get things settled. Tapos kailangan nilang bumalik.
Okay. All right. Mga final pagbati na tayo, attorney. Plus, some mga comments and mga questions siguro. Sige, pasok natin ito. Si Joel ba na? Joel, yan. Hindi ko mabasa yung, ayan. Joel.
So Joel JMC Carion.
Oh, yeah.
So, hello po.
po.
Follow-up
Yeah, sige.
question regarding my question. No,
Last
time regarding that my employer want to get me a visa going to UK.
To the UK.
Currently here
Currently,
in France. Oh,
As
I'm
TNT.
currently here in France as
TNT.
TNT. I've said before.
As
Oh
I've said
yeah,
before.
natatandang ko to. Yeah, last week to. Now I
Oh.
asked my employer regarding what kind of visa he will get me. He said not domestic. He said it's a special visa. Anyway, I'm working here as maintenance, hoping I can get more info. Thank you and God bless. A special visa.
Special, oh.
Joel.
Walang ganon.
Yeah, special visa. Ano ibig sabihin special
Ano
visa?
yung special visa?
Yeah.
Baka
There's no
binobola
such
ka lang,
thing as
Joel, para
special
lang medyo
visa.
makatipid sa'yo ng konti, no? Pero, sorry for being blunt, no? Kasi, mukhang, your TNT, ito ko para, hindi ako eksperto, kaya lang parang nafe-feel ko, kasi TNT siya ron. How will the paper be, di ba? Paano, sorry, attorney,
Yeah,
ko paliwanag yan.
No. Tama ka. I mean, actually, Joel asked. There's no such thing po as special visa. No. In a way, all visas are special. No. So, ask how special is this special visa? Actually, I'm quite curious now. No?
Pero meron
What
mga
does that
visas
mean?
may mga pangalan ng mga visas, no? So, kung saan papasok, kamukha ng tier 3 ba? Mga, ano ba yung mga, yung mga special skills at gano'n? Ano ba mga visa?
Skilled worker route,
Yan,
previously known, known as tier 2, for example, nga, kung estudyante, then there's the tier 4, for example, no? I mean, I think kailangan mo mag-ingat, Joel. I'm not
So,
sure.
yung mga kunyari, ang work mo sa
special.
Kung ang work mo ay maintenance ka lang, I don't know what maintenance mean. Maintenance ba sa ilaw, sa mga ng mga pagkumpuni ng mga sira-sira. Is that under a skilled workers route? Pwede ba si Joel doon?
Usually not, no. Also, you see, kung TNT ka nga doon sa France, Joel, that already potentially stops you from being able to come in on the basis of the skilled worker route, because they don't like it if you are in breach of an immigration condition, no, in any country.
Ayun.
So, ingat ka. And tanong mo, anong ibig sabihin nila ng special visa?
Yes. Tanong mo lang. Yeah, okay. Ang gusto mo, pakausap mo sa akin. Kausapin ko. Para, alam ko, what are you telling my good friend, my kababayan, that you're gonna be applying for a special visa? No? Kausapin ko, British eh. Okay.
Yun na nga. Kung tanongin mo siya, kung mag-usap kayo, Sonny, can you ask a question for me? Lira asks, no, how special is special?
How special visa? What kind of a visa is that? No, special visa. So, Hindi kasi nga yung condition mo, Joel, yung situation mo riyan, parang alanganin eh. Parang ganun, alanganin na gawin ka na, applyan ka ng papasok dito on a legal basis na no? Parang ganun. Mahirapan yung boss mo. Definitely. But we'll have to find out why is he saying special. And let me just talk to him. Siguro kausapin ko siya, hey, Mr. Jones or Mr. Smith or whoever you are, no? I just would like to clarify because my immigration specialist has directed me, has deputized me to ask the question on Joel's behalf, no? Pero we'd like to find out. No, bakit kasi baka, ano yun, special visa, no? Okay. Good evening, good evening, Sir Sonny and Attorney. Just arrived home here in Olympia and now watching your show right now. Na-miss ko ang mga show ng nakaraan dahil busy ang manang biday. Oy, si Norma to. So Norms, she was one of my students in, I taught a course at the embassy, attorney, no? Yung speech training through media speech development through media training yata yan. Yan. One of my, condolence
Hi,
daw.
Norma.
Hi Norma, no? Mabuhay ka na. Long time no here, Si Norma, asa si Norma sabi, ano yung sumunod? condolence. Condolence po kay Tita Cora Casola because her sister, Estelita passed away last night. Ma'am Cora, condolence, no?
Sorry.
Our condolences,
Wow,
no?
sorry po.
Ano yan, younger sister, older sister, no? Si Estelita. So, condolence, Ma'am Cora, no? Sa iyong loss, no? Okay, Marian, ako ganun na household dati, pero hindi ko binabasa kung hindi pa naka-flash. Sige, flash natin direct. Okay, ako ganun household dati, pero thank God, mabait ang bossing ko. Every year nila ni-renew yung visa ko. Then now, nag-apply na ako ng naturalization soon. Baka that was prior to 2012. Diba?
Opo.
Pwede yan. Baka so nangyari sa'yo.
Swerte ka. Swerte ka.
Sa panahon na yun. May Tigbao Vargas, apply na lang sila sa care home. Ayun, sige. Kukuha tayo ng mga listahan ng mga care homes. Sige, baka sakaling may mga tulungan pa. Ayan. Yun na ba last natin, direct? Yun na yun. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, yun na yun. Alright. I guess it's time for us to say goodbye, no? Bago tayo magpaalam. Baka, attorney, may nakaligtaan ka. May naalala ka gusto mo pang habulin o sabihin. Go right ahead. Or let them know also how to contact you in case they are watching and silent viewers siguro sila na may nahihiya silang no? So i-message dito. They can message you privately, no? Or directly, I should say. Sige, attorney, go ahead please. Kung may mga last mga messages o pahabol na gusto kong sabihin. Go ahead please.
Yeah. So, yung nga po, look, I say this every week, you must get sick of me, but talaga, it's always a pleasure nga to be on, no? Happy Thursday nga. Pero kung meron kayong questions, I didn't manage to get to it nga, o you want me to elaborate, yung email ko po, yung kabatbat at Douglas2s, no? Tapos _simon.com. And lagay nyo nga lang immigration corner dun sa subject, no? And I hope to get back to you. Ang number ko po, kung kailangan nyo, kung gusto nyo akong kausapin, but it's more difficult to get a hold of me by phone, in fairness, 0203-3750-555. Next week po, ang pag-uusapan natin, regardless of any information nga forthcoming from the Home Office, is the carer visa, no? The extension of the healthcare, no, visa nga at the moment under the skilled worker route, previously tier 2. So kung meron kayong mga kaibigan, kamag-anak nga o kayo mismo who may be interested in the to enter the UK as a carer, or indeed swap in the UK as a carer, tune in next week. I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you are too.
Wow, yeah, well, we're looking forward to seeing you, attorney, siyempre, no? And of course, teka muna, bago tayo, no? Maraming salamat po, yan, sa panibagong kaalaman po, UK and Ireland, UK, ulit pala, sorry, UK and Ireland, sa kaalaman po uli. And belated happy birthday po uli to Attorney Lira, and good night everyone, and stay safe. Always, God bless us po. Yan, tama. Birthday ho ni Attorney, doon sa mga, if you happen to tune in just now, it was Attorney Lira's birthday last Sunday, 9th of January. Ayan. Si Joel, nagpapasalamat, sabi niya, maraming salamat po sa inyo. God bless po. God bless, Joel, ha? You take care. Ingat-ingat, ha? So, yes. Ingat-ingat yan. Okay, well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. It's been a wonderful, happy, dagdag kaalaman night, no? A happy Thursday natin. Marami kami nalaman ng attorney. Judicial review, administrative review, medyo di ba? May mga ganyan pa, no? So, yes, pagka visitor's visa ho, malinaw ho yan, wala ho kayong right to appeal, no? Ayan. Okay. All right. So, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Attorney, once again, happy birthday. Happy birthday na rin, no? Dahil maski 9 lang naman, that's 4 days ago, no? And it's nice to know na nalasing ka. Di ba? Nalasing si attorney, di ba? O panayang biglang pagtayo, no? Biglang nag-wobbly-wobbly. But that's nice. It only happens once a year. Or probably on very special occasion, one of which would be your birthday. So happy birthday sa'yo, no? Yeah. Okay, well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Sa ngalan ni Attorney Lira SIMON-CABATBAT, sa ngalan ng ating director and producer, walang iba kundi si Paula Perez, Patricia Perez, Ito po si Sonny Laragan nagsasabing thank you very much sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay dito po sa Immigration Corner every Thursday night. Let's do it again. Me and Attorney, samahan nyo uli kami. Let's do it again next Thursday. At yun, meron na kagad, tawag dito, may teaser na kagad tayo doon sa topic natin. Dahil napaka-importante yan. And we Filipinos are known for the caring and the nursing skills that we have. So, magandang opportunity yan. Mas maraming Pilipino rito. Mas maganda, mas masaya. At the moment, currently, I don't know, over 300,000, over something like that, no? Yun ang as per the embassy. So, sana ay dumami pa, hindi lamang dito sa United Kingdom, kundi maging sa Europa, no? Para nang sa ganun, lumalaki ang community ng mga Pilipino. So, till Thursday, Sonny here with Attorney Lira and Direk Pao saying good night, take care, and God bless. Bye!
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more when you send more, World Remit is here for you. So you can be there for them.